Howdy folks, welcome to the Daily Coin. My name is Rory and today is Tuesday, December the 12th, 2017. And I have an article that I wanted to go over with you guys and wanted to bring to your attention to all of the YouTube subscribers. Started a new initiative, if you will, call to arms. Need your help. Need you to spread the word. Need you to help get this information out and to help us take back our sovereignty. Call it hacking at the root of try evil. Try evil is a combination of bankers, corporations, and government enablers that we are all too familiar with. Set up an email address where I can be contacted, and that is hackingattheroot@hushmail.com. And what I've done is I've put together an open letter, and I'm asking that it be shared as far and wide as possible. And I'd really like for this letter to find its way into some of the larger websites. So if anybody out there knows of contacts and appropriate contact, please get it to them. And any of the websites that you guys interact with, please let them know about what this is. And we started last week. Ken Shortgen over at the Daily Economist, he put together a really, really sweet graphic. It's right there on the screen for Sound Money Wednesday. And that is tomorrow is the second leg, and that is Silver Bar Wednesday. And what the plan is, or the goal is to encourage you guys to take $50 of your fiat and convert it into silver. Last Wednesday, we jumped it off with gold, and then the following Wednesday, on the 20th, is going to be cryptocurrencies. So this is, like I said, it's an alternative to the Cyber Monday or Black Friday. This is Sound Money Wednesday, and this is part of the overall project of hacking at the root of try evil. What I see that we should do, what we should be able to do, there should be somewhere between 3 and 5 million people just in America that are involved in gold and silver, and that number may be a little bit higher now that cryptocurrencies are capturing the imagination of most every person out there, that's the goal. That's their goal anyway. But that's a story for another day. I'm not a fan of cryptocurrencies, as you all know. None of what I'm saying is intended to be financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I just think that we can do our part to help hack at the root. I mean, that's what it comes down to. If we don't do something, they will do it for us. We are sick of them doing it for us. I want to get into this letter. Launched today. The idea is to have each person acquire a minimum of $50 US or equivalent gold, silver, or any cryptocurrency or any combination you prefer. Over the past several years, I've been tossing around an idea, and it seems I was waiting for new technologies to begin blooming that can actually support my thoughts. I'm now presenting this idea to the world, and will be sending it to a long list of website owners to see if we can't get some cohesion and create an actual community. Our enemies, the bankers that commit crimes against humanity every day they are in operation, the corporations that own all the important businesses and land, and their government enablers. This is try evil. These guys have enjoyed a great run. The past 200 plus years, these three very small groups of people have amassed unfathomable wealth, generational wealth they will never, ever be able to be rid of unless the rules change. If the rules change, then the wealth that these criminals have stolen could potentially go to zero. Unless these small gangs have placed a majority of their wealth in physical gold, physical silver, or cryptocurrencies, it is a distinct possibility their current generational wealth could become a week's worth of cash in their wallet. I hope you're intrigued by all of this. And I hope, and as you can see, we have a lot of work to do. We don't really have that much work to do, but there is some coordination in getting the word out. And that's where you guys come in. I need your help. You have to participate. Participation is the key. We need to move together as a team, just like our enemies move as a team. They use TV and radio as their calling card, but we have the internet running on computers and phones across the globe. We have connections around the world that can spread the message from wherever they stand and reach hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands in seconds. We can move like a cat and change our direction like a flock of birds if we work together. Does the banking system have your best interest at heart? Does the banking system seemingly have a plan to steal your wealth? Do the criminally corrupt politicians work for you and your family, or do they serve the banking system and special interest? Do corporations have a plan to steal your wealth, keep you just healthy enough to produce another paycheck and pay them off? Do you have a plan to combat these forces? Can we, the collective of some of the largest websites in the world, have the guts to stand up to these criminals, plan an attack without the use of violence, and remove from our lives the banksters, the governments, and corporations? Try evil. I say we can. The answer to these questions is yes. The only possible answer we could ever arrive at is we can do it. Otherwise, we are all wasting our time. If we're not, if we can't answer that series of questions appropriately, then we are literally wasting all of our time. Some of the greatest leaders in history have won great battles without the use of violence, and some of the greatest leaders in history have beat back their oppressors without a show of force. The oppressors used force in the face of unarmed citizens. That's us. The opposed moved forward in spite of this imbalance. We can do the same. We have the tools, we have the people, and equally as important, we have the technology. If you remember John Lennon, Gandhi, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Bob Marley, and so many others called together hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people, not through violence, but through anti-violence, through love and light. As John Lennon said, if you become violent, they know exactly how to handle you. But if you remain nonviolent, they don't know what to do. These magnificent leaders were able to rally masses of people without the internet. How many more can we reach with the internet? How many more people can we unite through the internet? It is no longer necessary to, quote, attack at dawn, end quote. We simply attack from where we currently stand. We already have them surrounded. We just need to coordinate our efforts and begin hacking at the root. The current set of tools literally at our fingertips, and this by no means even scratches the surface, but some of the tools that we have are gold money, the company Gold Money. We have physical gold and silver that I was just talking about just a moment ago. We have to use this physical gold and physical silver. We have to get it out in circulation. That's down the road. Right now, we just need to come together. We need to come together and move as one. Like I said, these people, the enemies of our lives, is tri-evil. They have a plan. They work on their plan every single day. They come at us every single day without fail. We have to do the same. We don't have to be aggressive. We don't have to do any of these things that, like what these people do. We just simply follow what Chris Duane has said, is we walk away. But we walk away together. I'm not saying that I'm not asking for a collective or a hive mind or anything of that nature. I don't think that that's necessary. I don't think that that's productive. But what we have to do is we have to be on the same page. Everybody has to work together in order to push the rock in one direction. That's all that I'm saying. We already have the bullion companies that utilize the business models where that other small businesses can adopt. I mean, you have companies like Gold Money, like SD Bullion, and so many others that are out there that buy and sell precious metals. That model can be tweaked just a little bit to fit any company. But I'm getting ahead of myself here. My point is that we have the tools, we have the technology, and we have the people to create our own community, to come together and to step away from this system. We have everything that we need. The only thing that we don't have is cohesion. That's what we don't have. That's what we need. That's what I'm asking you guys for. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe this is naive on my part. I don't think so. I think we can do it. Look at what Maduro down in Venezuela has just done with his announcement regarding a digital currency backed with oil, gold, and diamonds. You think that this doesn't have the undivided attention of the money masters around the world? It sure does. It does. Period. People can say that they're whatever they wish, but the fact remains is that has people's attention. The yuan oil futures contract that's coming out of China sometime over the course of the next few months. Could be any day, probably be a few months. That has people's undivided attention as well. There's another oil, an oil cryptocurrency that's coming out. All of these new currencies, new ways of conducting global business, they're here. They are here. Some of them I don't like. I've made that very clear. Some of them I do like. Some of the technology that's out there, we need to utilize. I really hope that you guys take a look at this. I'm going to leave the link in the description below, but I certainly appreciate your time. I appreciate all your support. And if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. Please share this information. Please share and let's do something. Let's do something together. Let's take back our sovereignty. Let's hack at the root together. But I certainly appreciate your time, appreciate you listening, and more importantly, I appreciate you getting out there and hacking at the root. Thank you so much.